Hey everybody, quick video here, but I started thinking over the past couple of weeks about the channel and how much a lot of people seem to like it, saying, wow, you should have a lot more subscribers, and wow, your production values are great. Well, not so sure about the last one, but certainly I do my best to present the best quality videos that I can, even when I'm hacking up a lung. That said, there are a lot of things I'd really love to do for the channel, a lot of things that I like to get, and a lot of money that I do put into the channel. Now, this isn't a begging for money kind of thing because y'all know I'm loath to even mention my Patreon or Maker Support accounts, and maybe that's my fault that I get very little response there. Now, I'm very, very thankful for the few people who have supported me, but the amount of support I get is dwarfed by the amount of money I personally put into the channel. This is definitely a losing proposition for me, and to some degree that's fine. I mean, I just spent $100 on a new drive to replace the one that the channel used to be on. I felt it was necessary, and it gives the channel a lot of room to expand in the future, and that part is great. But I also just spent a lot of money upgrading my graphics program that I use about 99% of the time for the channel. There are a lot of things I'd really like to do for the channel. I want to upgrade Sony Vegas Pro to the newest version, which at the moment is $200 and will be going up next week. I really want to get After Effects, which costs $20 a month forever. I wanted to take a look at some of the character animation software, and no, I really don't want to spend $50 a month for Sony's version, but even looking at something like iClone, that's a $600 investment. And that's just software. I also know I need a new headset because the one that I've been using, a cheap Pyle set that I got back in my podcasting days, is really starting to wear out. I haven't really found a good set yet because most of the reviews only care about the quality of the headphones and not the microphone. But the prices I've seen for a high-end set are in the $200 to $300 range. And no, I don't want a desktop microphone. I have a Blue Yeti that I absolutely hate using, so it's still packed away somewhere from when we moved. I found out a long time ago that I like to move around a lot while recording. Sometimes I'll sit up near the microphone, sometimes I'll lean back, and therefore the sound quality just isn't consistent. With a headphone, it just doesn't matter. The microphone is a set distance from my mouth, no matter how I'm sitting. And the more I think about it, the more it might be nice to go with a Bluetooth set where I don't have this long cord snaking off to the computer. But of course, that's more expensive too. So, So, I'm kind of looking for one of those as well as everything else. And of course, it only gets used to record videos for the channel. And if I really stop to think about it, there are probably other things I could come up with that would help the channel too. Now, don't worry. I'm not trying to guilt anyone into giving me money. You know that's not what I'm all about. But at the same time, there are a lot of costs that, at least so far, I've covered out of pocket just because I had something I wanted to say. And I don't know how much longer that I can keep doing that in good conscience. There are things I want to do around here that I'm kind of having a hard time justifying. And some of that is the fact that this is just a tiny little channel that, while it is growing, it isn't doing so quickly. I mean, I went and I got on a couple of lists dedicated to getting channels above 1,000 subscribers, ostensibly because of YouTube's new monetization rules, but you all know I don't care about monetizing the channel because we all know that every single video I make would just get demonetized anyhow. But it's really hard to get the message out there if every video I make is getting less than 100 views. It kind of makes me wonder if it's really worth all the time and effort and expense that's going into it. I mean, it isn't like I haven't done a lot on YouTube. I've been around almost 3 years, and at the moment, I've uploaded 380 videos to YouTube. Ignoring the fact that it's not quite a full 3 years yet, that averages out to about 126 videos per year, or 2.5 videos per week every single week since I got here. That's a hell of a lot of videos that not very many people are seeing, and while I think what I'm doing here is important, a lot of the time it feels like I'm pissing into the wind. So, how can you help the channel? First off, there is zero pressure here. None whatsoever. I am absolutely not trying to harass anyone or guilt anyone into doing something that they don't want to do. But sure, if you want to see the channel improve, some financial support would be really helpful. 100% of all donations go right back into the channel, and the more support I get, the more I can do. And I understand that not everyone has the financial wherewithal to donate, and that's completely fine. I don't think any less of you at all. But you can still do things like spread the word, tell other people about the channel. I mean, I'd really love to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And when you think about it, that's kind of a ridiculous goal when you realize most people in this skeptical/atheist community, most of them have got 20,000 subscribers by the end of their second or third year, and I'm nowhere close. Now, I know why that is. I tend to piss off said community because I'm a secular conservative, and the conservatives out there tend to be religious, and the atheists tend to be liberal, so nobody wants to watch me. I get that. And no, I'm not giving up either side, although recently I've been doing a heck of a lot more anti-religious videos because the source material is really painfully available out there, more so than the anti-liberal stuff. But that stuff is never going to go completely away because I feel very strongly about it. Yeah, it's true, I will probably always be an outsider to some degree because I'm an individual who has really no need for a collective, but I'm sure you can understand how depressing it is to have a channel I've been so passionate about getting effectively no views and no attention and very few new subscribers. I'm not trying to sound like I'm whining, but you know, hearing you should be bigger all the time and not getting much bigger, that's frustrating for any creator. The other thing you can do to help the channel is come up with things I can do better. I mean, I'm not a professional video creator. I'm just a guy doing the best that I can to get a message out that I think is important. I'm just a guy sitting in a room in his house on his personal computer making videos. Debunking religious nonsense matters to me. Poking holes in liberal stupidity means something to me. In my own very small way, I like to think that I'm doing something to change the world, at least for the people who care enough to watch my videos. But that influence can only go as far as my reach does. And I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. I mean, my blog is 13 years old. This is not something that I haven't been committed to for a significant portion of my life. I've been debating the irrational for decades. And this is where I am right now. So, anyhow, that's about all I had to say for the moment. I have never, ever beaten anyone over the head with demands that I be paid for the work that I do. I never have, and I never will. It would be nice, but that's the way life goes. And maybe that's why not many people have supported me. I don't put a big ad at the end of my videos asking for donations. I've always figured that if someone gets value from another's work, they should just naturally do what they can to help out. And there are lots of ways to help out. But when you're just one guy doing all the work, paying all the bills, and having big plans for a small channel, it gets frustrating that nothing seems to be improving as fast as you hope. And that's really why I'm making this video. I mean, I'm certainly not planning on stopping anytime soon, not unless something really bad happens, but it would be nice to get more support, more active involvement, more people wanting to push the channel in the right direction so that we can get better equipment, so that we can get more subscribers, and so the word can be spread more effectively and more efficiently to a greater number of people so they can spread the word as well, and so on and so on and so on. That's really where I want to go, and I can only do it with the help of others, and that means you. So please consider what I've said, do what you're capable and comfortable doing, and I hope that we get moving towards the channel. If we do, amazing, fantastic work can be done. If not, Well, let's not consider that possibility. I mean, I'm not in this for fame or fortune. I have a message that I want to get out there, that irrationality is harming society, it's hurting us all, and we need to be more rational. But only you can help me achieve that goal. And for that, I thank you one and all.